Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. As we know, Season 1 still has quite a bit of content, and honestly time left in it as well, but kind of out of the blue yesterday with the whole mini update that we got for Cold War and Warzone, Treyarch actually ended up revealing some of what to expect in the upcoming mid-season update, which is set to come to the game next week. And alongside what Treyarch revealed, we also have a handful of other things that are expected for Season 1, so today we're basically breaking down everything we know about the mid-season update and the remaining Season 1 content for Cold War, Warzone, and also Modern Warfare. So, if you enjoy the video at any point, let me know by dropping a like on it. And, of course, if you're new to the channel, or if you're not already subscribed, we are now less than 7,000 subs away from that nice 669k mark. So if you want to stay on top of pretty much everything going on in Call of Duty, this is the place to be, so feel free to subscribe with those notifications turned on. Also, right now, COD WARZONE is still 30% off on G Fuel, so if you want to grab anything there, be it a new tub, a shaker cup, a starter pack, anything like that, COD WARZONE has got you covered. Now, when it comes to the mid-season update, this is actually going to be our very first update since the Cold War integration and since the launch of Season 1, so it's going to be kind of interesting to see how they're going to, I guess, sort of approach this. I'm sure we're going to learn more about how the actual update or potential updates are going to work later on next week. We're going to have to look out for that. But Treyarch says this update is set to go live on January 14th, so next Thursday. And knowing that this is likely going to be a new title update since it is the whole mid-season update, I assume this is going to be an overnight update like what we've had for the past like 9 months or so. But this is going to be a larger update, so prepare your hard drives, give them a little pep talk going into Wednesday night. This update should be going live then probably around 11 p.m. Pacific time on Wednesday or 2 a.m. Eastern time on Thursday. And this could be a big one, especially if we've got a Cold War update and a Warzone update. So yeah, mark your calendars. This is all set to go down on the 14th. Now, as for the content, the first big thing that Treyarch actually teased here was the brand new Fireteam map Sanatorium, which, going off of the leaks that we've talked about here recently, appears to also be a part of the upcoming Warzone map, which is rumored to basically be a mashup of all the Fireteam maps that we're going to have for Cold War. And the description here says, low wooded hills provide cover for Fireteam squads to gain recon over the main, roughly circular shaped hotel. A concrete architectural behemoth flanked by lakeside structures and a large wooden dock. With links to secret testing within the State Sanatorium U-23, notes found within the grounds of this sprawling complex indicate a conditioning trial known as Project Galova. More so storyline stuff there, but it outlines a bit of, what the map features and whatnot. Obviously, a ton of water, the main building, and then also the bridges and the compound areas. So this is definitely going to be a very, very different map compared to the other two Fireteam maps that we currently have. Then, moving on, Treyarch also previews the brand new dropkick mode for 6v6 in Cold War multiplayer. This features a quote-unquote nuclear hot potato, as they refer to it as, which is basically a briefcase that you want to carry, and if you successfully keep the briefcase long enough with your team, you end up getting access to the nuclear launch codes, and you can actually end the round with a nuke. So, in a way, a callable nuke is finally going to be in a Treyarch multiplayer experience, which is definitely a very cool thing to see. Then, the final thing they revealed this week was the little update coming to zombies next week, where they're adding in Cranked, which basically works just like it would over in multiplayer. Your life depends entirely on you killing enough zombies before the countdown expires. And if you don't, you do indeed go kaboom. Also, they're going to be adding Raid into the Onslaught map rotation for all the PlayStation players as well. So, that's what they initially previewed about the upcoming update, the mid-season update. But of course, when it comes to the rest of Season 1 for Cold War, there's still a few additional things left on the roadmap, and keep in mind, it's likely that a lot of these things aren't coming right with the mid-season update just to sort of expand the season past this patch, but obviously it's all going to be released before the end of February when Season 2 is set to go live. And here we have things like the Wakizashi sword, a little asterisk here, this one isn't officially on the roadmap, but it was mentioned in the whole Season 1 reveal blog post that we got a while back, so we do know that's coming. We also have the new operator of Xena, and she's going to be introduced through the store at some point soon. That's going to be a brand new operator bundle. And I don't believe we've seen the tactical raft yet. That's under the whole new vehicles section, but if I were to guess, that's probably going to be released with this update since Sanatorium is going to feature a lot of water play since the lake takes up a pretty good portion of the map. For what it's worth though, that really is not a ton of content for like 5 weeks of Season 1 that we're going to have after the mid-season update, so hopefully there's a few other surprises in store, that way the game feels fresh over the coming month or so. Now, there's also one more content addition that by no means is confirmed for Season 1, but it is leaked, apparently for Q1 of 2021, so this could be coming to the game in the next month, or it could end up releasing alongside Season 2, and that, of course, is League Play. Really, ranked play or League Play is no stranger in any of the Treyarch games, and we know this is going to be coming to Cold War. Treyarch have confirmed that, but the actual date is still up in the air. Then, moving on over to Warzone, we don't really have a ton of info on the mid-season update changes, unfortunately. Again, I think we're going to get more info on the update as we get into next week. However, we do have a few things that have been confirmed in, I guess, a more broad way, if you will. One of those things is more weapon tuning. As we know, we saw the initial weapon tuning update go live earlier on this week, where the MAC-10, the DMR, the Type 63, and the Diamatis were nerfed. In all reality, though, those nerfs weren't nearly enough, specifically for the DMR and then also the Diamatis. The DMR spam is still absurd. Lobbies are constantly dominated by the DMR at any range. The Diamatis are still dropping bodies. It's really not a great meta. The state of the game right now is not fantastic. And yesterday, Raven actually tweeted out saying, "Know that we are consistently monitoring feedback and pushing for the best gameplay experience. A big piece of that is constructive thoughts from you, the players, so please keep sharing." I think it's pretty obvious that this is a response tweet to the DMR conversation that really has only gotten worse since the quote-unquote nerfs were added in. The meta was not shifted at all with the first weapon balancing, and ideally, the mid-season update is going to include some other changes, not just to the DMR than the Diamati and the Type 63, but also to some other weapons as well. You know, the Cold War rifles could, I think, use some buffs. Maybe the snipers too. Some of the SMGs also underperform when it comes to the overall TTK. So ideally, alongside the mid-season update, since the larger title updates usually have some form of weapon tuning, we're going to see some updates to the meta. Then another big update that we know was promised for Warzone but isn't necessarily confirmed for the upcoming mid-season update is that of the zombies camos being available in the game. We've got the Cold War multiplayer camos. We don't have the Cold War zombies camos available yet. The better looking camos in my mind. Listen, man, I grinded for my Dark Ether. I'm just trying to show it off in Verdansk, okay? And that is another possible update for the mid-season update or later on in Season 1. I can't imagine it would take that long to integrate. I'm also somewhat ignorant to the process, so pardon that. But yeah, that is another feature coming soon, but soon there is not super specific. Now, to close things out, we've got some content for Modern Warfare that is confirmed, but also not confirmed. It's super weird. It's all stuff we've talked about before, so I'm sure most of you guys are going to be familiar with it. The Sykov or the Sikov pistol, aka the Makarov, the CX-9, aka the Scorpion Evo, then also the RAL or the RAAL LMG are all in the game files right now. The CX-9 and the Makarov are also available in the combat record, then even in survival as well, and we've heard absolutely nothing about when those will become available. Killhouse is also in the files for gunfight and maybe even 6v6. Of course, Soap's operator bundle is still MIA as well, so all of that content is on deck. We know it's going to be coming to the game at some point here in the future. The question really is, I guess, just how soon? Is the mid-season update actually going to have some content for Modern Warfare since, of course, the launch of the season didn't really have anything, or is this stuff just going to drop randomly on like a Tuesday or a Thursday? Really, only time is going to tell. We're just going to have to wait and see. So yeah, there you have it. With all of that being said, that is effectively everything we currently know about the mid-season update for Cold War, Warzone, and Modern Warfare, and then also a bit of the content beyond that too. And that is going to wrap things up for today. If you enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it. And of course, if you're new to the channel or if you're watching the vids and you're not already subscribed, I'm always covering the latest Call of Duty news, intel, updates, leaks, and pretty much everything else in between. So if you like what you see, feel free to subscribe and maybe even turn on those post notifications. That way you'll always know whenever I upload a new video. As I mentioned in the intro, right now COD WARZONE is actually going to get you 30% off on your G Fuel order. So if you want to grab anything there, be it a new tub, a shaker cup, a starter pack, anything at all from the G Fuel site, COD WARZONE has got you covered. But once again, thanks so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.